Hello, everyone. This is Bridget with Horse Auctions USA, and we are gearing up for the Alabama Select Horse Sale this weekend. That is March 7th and 8th in Montgomery, Alabama. We're super excited to be bringing you this sale online. This is the inaugural sale for the Alabama Select, and Seth Maxey, the sale manager, has worked tirelessly to bring you a top-notch sale in a great location with a great set of consigners and a great set of horses, and we are so excited to be a part of it. So the reason that I am getting on here is to go over the online bidding and how it works and all of that good stuff, to kind of give you a walkthrough for our new online bidders. Before we get into that, I'm just going to go over where to find everything for this sale and the schedule, and then we'll get right into the online bidding. So first and foremost, again, Alabama Select Horse Sale this Friday and Saturday, March 7th and 8th. It is at the Garrett Coliseum in Montgomery, Alabama. Their website is alselecthorsesale.com. That's what we're looking at right now. And this is an absolute treasure trove of knowledge. Anything you want to know about the sale, you're going to find it right here. It's very well laid out. It'll go through the whole schedule, which there it is for you. On March 7th, which is Friday, there is going to be dinner at 6 p.m. followed by a consignor meet and greet. There is, I believe, going to also be a benefit auction for the Southern Livestock Exposition, which is fantastic. And then March the 8th, that is go time. From 8 to 11 in the morning, there will be a preview of the horses. You'll be able to watch that live on the Alabama Select Facebook page, which we'll look at in just a second. And then at 12 noon, it is showtime, sale time. Okay, so again, the website, alselecthorsesale.com. Scope it out. There's lots and lots of good information here for you. Speaking of places to find good information, let's look at that Facebook page I just mentioned. If you don't already like and follow it, now's a good time to do that. This is what it looks like. And you can kind of take a scroll down through here. There's some really important information for our sellers up here at the top. And then, like I said, you can just kind of go down through. You can see the horses. This is a super great location if you're still looking for accommodations. Kickback Ranch might be something you want to take a look at. That's a really neat place to stay. Here's Thistle. Thistle is going to start the sale on Saturday. That is hip number 1. And Thistle is a scholarship fundraiser donkey. So Thistle is not only ultra adorable and starting the sale off, but Thistle is in for a very good cause. So again, that's the Facebook page. Take a look. Now let's get into the thick of it, online bidding, because that's what we're here to talk about. So again, we're Horse Auctions USA, and we'll have the online bidding platform. So we're going to navigate to the online catalog and talk about how that works and all of that good stuff. If you're going to be bidding from your phone, and your phone is an iPhone, or if you have an iPad, you might check out the Horse Auctions USA app. It is free to download for iPhones. My Android users, my apologies, my Android users have been having a tough time with the app. We're definitely having some problems with the app on Android. So if you have an Android or any non-iPhone device, I'm going to recommend that you guys use a browser, okay, which is what we're going to do now. So you can use any browser. This will work in any browser, Firefox, Edge, Chrome, Safari, whatever your little heart desires. I personally prefer Chrome as it tends to be the most up to date. Safari works very well also. So for my Android users, if you're going to be using your phone, if you have a Safari browser available to you, check that out. Otherwise, definitely Chrome. So in your address bar, you're going to type bid, B-I-D, like you're placing a bid, period, horseauctionsusa.com. And there is an S at the end of auctions, okay? Bid.horseauctionsusa.com, and this is what it's going to look like. As our name implies, we're all over the place. So you're going to see lots of sales pop up when you do that. And our sales are listed in chronological order. We do have a sale on Thursday night this week, and then Alabama's going to move right to the top. So come Friday, this one will be right at the top. So you're going to click View Auction beneath Alabama Select Horse Sale. When you do that, you're going to see this. This is basically an index, if you will, of the horses that are in the sale. Okay, that's all it is an index. That's not the horse's complete listing. Again, it's just the initial index. And then when you see one you want to know a little bit more about, you can click on it, and that will bring up the horse's complete listing, right? all of the information. If the horse has a video, it's going to tell you the horse has a video, and the video is always going to be the second thumbnail. So right now there's the horse's picture, and then there's the video, and it'll play right for you. Okay, so you can just kind of go down through and take a gander at the horses. Like I said, huge selection and some real quality animals coming, and there is literally something for everyone. Take a look at this guy, right? Really, really cool set of horses. So that's a little bit about how to navigate. There is a search bar here if you're looking for something very, very specific, like say a color. You can type it, you can click there and it'll bring up the search. You can search by whatever keyword your little heart desires. But if you're a true horse shopper, you know you want to just go down through and look at them all. There's Thistle, again, #1 in the sale, starting the sale. The hardest position in the sale for any animal to be is the first one in the door. And Thistle, again, is a scholarship fundraiser, a great, great cause. John and Molly Sparrow, JM Lazy S, Versatility and Family Horses are the ones who have donated Thistle, and this is just an outstanding opportunity for all. So make sure that you are logged in right at the stroke of noon on Saturday so you don't miss out on this cutie. How do we register to bid and how do we bid and all that good stuff? You'll notice under each and every listing, it says register to bid. It does not matter which animal you click under. As long as you're in the Alabama Select Horse Sale, you can click under any lot your little heart desires. So you click that, and it's going to bring up this pop-up. If you're brand spanking new to Horse Auctions USA, you've never been with us before, never had an account, don't put your email and your password here. That's for returning users. If you're brand new, this is for you down here at the bottom where it says no account, sign up here. You're going to click on that. You're going to enter your name, your email address, and a password you can hopefully remember and click continue. It's then going to go on to have you enter your address, your phone number, and this is the important part. You're going to need to enter a credit or a debit card, okay? And I hate that we have to do that, but we need to make sure that our bidders that are on the other side of a screen that we can't see, we need to know that you're real live humans, that you're over the age of 18, and that you can pay for the purchases that you make. So when you put your card in, Horse Auctions USA is going to put a $500 pre-authorization on that card. It is not a charge. It is just a pre-authorization. And again, I hate that we have to do it, but we just need to make sure that everybody is who they say they are and we're good to go. It's never going to complete. This is just like when you rent a car. It's going to fall off at the end of the sale like it was never there. But if you have mobile banking, there's a very, very good chance you're going to get a notification from your mobile banking app that looks like a charge. Don't let that send you into a tailspin. Again, I can't stress this enough. It's not a charge. If you actually open up your banking, you'll see it sitting there as pending, right? It's never going to complete. So it's going to kind of sit there and hang out and be kind of a pain in the neck for a little bit, and then it's going to go away like it was never there. So again, just be aware that that's going to happen and don't panic. We're not going to charge you for getting a bidder number. If you register to bid and you don't end up with the winning bid on any of the animals, it's not going to cost you a red cent. Okay, you're good to go. No worries. For my returning users, you folks are the ones that are going to enter your email and your password here. What if you forgot your password? It is not the end of the world. They've got a couple options for you. The easiest one is the handy dandy forgot your password reset link. It works really well. However, sometimes what happens is when people first sign up for their account, they like mistyped, they did it on their phone and they mistyped their email address or something. For whatever random reason, every once in a while, people will use this forget your password reset link and it never appears. So if you use this and 10 minutes goes by and there's no magical reset your password email appearing in your inbox, all is not lost. If you will just reach out to me with a text and let me know that you need your password fixed and what your email address is, I will fix it for you. So this is a very fixable thing. So if you forget your password, don't panic. We've got options, okay? Having said all of that, let me get into my bidder account so we can talk about how to actually place bids. I am going to recommend you guys, unless of course you're on a shared device or something you don't want just anybody signing into, I do recommend checking the Remember Me on this device. It'll just save you all the aggravation of having to retype everything. Okay, so now I am logged in and I am registered to bid. And how do I know these things? I know that I am logged in because my name is up here. There's my name right up here in the corner. I know that I am not only logged in, but registered to bid and looking at an auction I'm registered for because now my handy dandy little register to bid buttons, they say bid. Okay, so those are the two things that'll tell you, yes, you're logged in and yes, you are registered. So if you think you've registered and you log in and you see your name, but this still says register to bid, you're not registered. You've made an account, but you didn't complete registration. Okay, so those two things, you need those two things and you're good to go. Two different ways to bid on our platform. You can, of course, watch and bid live in real time, but you can also place absentee bids and let the computer do the work for you. And we'll go over how to use both of those options. Lot 0 right here, excuse me, lot 0 right here is just what its name implies. It's a sale information and a practice bidding lot. I'm going to click on this lot and we're going to use this lot. Number one, this lot's got lots of good information here, right? It's got all the basic sale information. It also has a lot of the basic bidding information, but it is also here, as the second half of its name implies, for you to place practice bids on. So if you're new to online bidding, when we get through all this, if you want to go place some practice bids here on lot number 0 and only lot number 0, go hog wild, knock yourselves out. You can place all the bids in the world you want on lot number 0. It's there for you to just have fun and get comfortable with things. So let's for a moment pretend that it is Saturday, it is the stroke of noon, and we are ready to watch and participate in this sale. I'm logged in, I'm registered. You see this little view live icon? I'm going to click on it, and that's going to bring up the live feed. I'm going to mute it for the moment because it's going to echo because we're live on here. So that's what it's going to do. Now, when you're watching live, you can go full screen, but I want to caution you about this. So I'm full screen, right? And that's great. And it's a nice big screen. You see how I no longer have a bid button when I go full screen. So if you want to get it nice and big for a minute to get a better look at something, by all means do so. Just make sure you minimize it back if you want to actually bid, because when you go full screen, you lose your little bid buttons here. Again, excuse me. The other thing about this screen here, let's just say for a moment we're selling a registered horse, and the pedigree reader, the announcer at the sale, has read the pedigree, but you want to just refresh yourself real quick. You can switch from this live to the horse's listing or pedigree. It'll be in its catalog listing. You can click on that real quick and it'll switch it to here, and then go back to the live. Okay, when we're live, it'll always be this one. So you can always switch from the live to any of the photos that are on that animal's listing during the sale. Okay, and then you just click on this to bring it right back up. Okay, so we're live, and here's my bid button, and the auctioneer is asking for $1,000, and I want to bid that $1,000. So I'm going to click to bid. So I'm going to click. Now you see how it says confirm bid? I have not yet placed my bid. I need to click a second time to confirm that bid. Now there's no question that I have in fact placed a bid, right? It's green, I have little stars here, and it says I am the high bidder. So for those of you who will be participating live, it's very important that you remember to click confirm bid. If you don't confirm, we don't see your bid. Your bid never comes through, okay? So you need to confirm the bid. Why do we make you click twice? Well, because accidental bidding is a no-no. Nothing good has ever come of that, right? We want you to be bidding and be adamant that you are in fact bidding. So once to bid, a second time to confirm. If you get knocked out, it's going to tell you you've been outbid, bid again, and you'll need to bid again. Likewise, Shada and Bobby will be down in Alabama. They'll tell you, John, you're out. Sean, you're out. Jane, you're in. They'll be talking to you too, but this will tell you if you are out or if you are the high bidder, okay? For those of you who have a hard time following an auctioneer, I know the auctioneer that is selling this sale, Blake McDaniel. He's wonderful. You guys will really enjoy listening to him. I know some people have a hard time following along with an auctioneer's chant, and if that applies to you, please don't panic, okay? What the auctioneer is chanting isn't necessarily the words that you need to know. What you really need to know about what the auctioneer is saying is the dollar amount, okay? Bobby and Shada are going to stay right on top of that, okay? So you worry about the number on this bar, and if you have a hard time following an auctioneer, that's okay. They're pretty proficient at it. They'll keep up with him just fine, and you just worry about this number on your bid button, okay? So that's for my live bidding. Pretty self-explanatory. One word of caution about those of you who are planning to bid live. It is very, very important that you participate from an area of strong internet or cell service, depending on whether you're using a computer or your phone. There will be no lag or delay on our end, but we have absolutely no control of lag or delay on yours. Okay. So if you live in an area and if you have livestock, you may very well live in an area where internet service isn't necessarily the speediest, right? You maybe try to watch a YouTube video or a Facebook reel and it's always loading and the little circles going around. If that's you, you probably have slower internet. You might think about using the absentee bidding that we're going to go over in just a minute, because if you've got a lag on your end, it can delay your bids coming in. And once the auctioneer says sold, that's it. The game's over. There's nothing we can do. And we hate to miss anyone's bid. So time is of the essence when you're going to be bidding live. So just make sure wherever you're participating from, if you're bidding live, you're in an area with reasonably fast internet or cell service. So what about this absentee bidding and why would you use it? Well, a couple of obvious reasons. The first of those is maybe you just plain old can't watch live on Saturday. Maybe you have to work and your boss doesn't want you buying horses on company time. Maybe there's a family function, you just can't watch. Maybe you live in an area where there's just absolutely no service and there's no way you're going to be able to watch. You can bid ahead of time and let the computer do the work for you. And we're going to go over how to do that now. For those of you that I was just talking to about slow internet service, what a lot of my bidders do regularly who live in an area with bad service is they'll use this option we're going to go over now, this absentee bidding, and they'll still watch live. Like they've got enough service to watch the sale live. They just don't want to kind of put all their eggs in that basket. So they'll place absentee bids and then still watch live so they can kind of keep an eye on things. Just because you use an absentee bid or you place an absentee bid, it doesn't preclude you from participating live, right? So like my bidders that have done this in the past, for example, they set a maximum bid ahead of time, a pre-bid, and then they watch live and that horse is getting up there around that pre-bid and they're like, I could go a little bit higher on the horse and it looks like he's going to go higher. You can jump in, right? You can jump in and change it. You can jump in and bid live. You can do lots of those things. So how do we place these absentee bids? You see this little drop down arrow? It's next to all of the bid buttons. If you click on that, it's going to bring up this little pop-up that says create a max bid. And if you click on that, it will bring this up. This dollar amount you're going to put in here is the most you would spend on the horse. Okay. And if, for those of you who've ever used eBay, same principle. Don't be afraid to put your actual maximum in here. Okay. I know people are always cautious about doing this because they're afraid the computer's just going to go to town, right? I'm going to place a pretty low max bid here because I just want to show you guys and I want you to come in and knock me out later. I'm going to place a $3,000 max bid. Don't be afraid to do that thinking the computer's just going to hit you for that, right? Here you'll notice that it has logged my maximum bid of $3,000, but I'm still the high bidder at only 1,000. Okay, just because you place a maximum bid doesn't mean the computer's just going to run hog wild with it and put you in for that. It is not. Okay, when you place an absentee pre-bid, max bid, whatever you want to call it, you are basically telling the computer to act as your agent, right? So the computer is going to bid on your behalf. And the name of the game there is to keep you in the lead for the lowest possible amount. So I am going to sit right here as the winning bidder on this practice lot at $1,000 until someone comes along and knocks me out. And if one of you comes along and knocks me out for $1,250, it's not going to just slap me in there for $3,000. It's going to put me in there at $1,500 and so on. So it's only going to raise your bid by the next available increment as needed to keep you in the lead, right? It's not going to just wrap it right up there to your maximum, and it's not going to take you over your maximum. One other little word about placing absentee bids. If you place an absentee bid and that horse comes in the ring and an announcement or an observation is made that changes the information that was available to you. For example, practice horse here comes in and when he's in the ring, the seller says he cribs when he's stalled. And practice horse's information didn't say he cribs when he's stalled. We're going to take any absentee bids out right then and there, okay? Because the information that was made available to the floor bidders is a little bit different than the information that was available to you, okay? So that's a little game changing, and we don't need any of that. So just know if we take your bid out, that's why we're doing it. It's because something has changed from the information that you had when you placed that bid. Now, again, most of my people who place these absentee bids are still going to be watching live, and there'll be we can see a list of our bidders, and they have little lights next to them so we know if you're actually watching or not. So if we take Jane out because practice horse cribs and Jane has a little green light telling us that Jane is watching, we'll say, hey Jane, we took your bid out because this horse is a cribber. but maybe Jane's okay with a cribber. And Jane's like, well, I don't mind if that horse cribs. You can go right ahead and replace that bid, right? As soon as we take you out because of a, a change in information, if you're okay with whatever that change was, there is no reason you can't go ahead and replace your bid. We just want to err on the side of caution. Okay. So that's why we do that. All that being said, I got a little long-winded there, but I just want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable. Please, again, use this practice lot. Go hog wild, knock yourself out. Please don't practice on any of these. Everything from lot number 1 down is for real, okay? But lot 0, have at it. Again, my name is Bridget. If you have any questions whatsoever about online bidding, I am available. My cell phone is 336-904-8903. I have multiple sales this week, so I may not always be able to answer the phone. Please feel free to send me a text. I'll answer you just as quick as I can. Also, there was one other thing I really wanted to tell you folks, and I just have to remember what it was. Rats. Well, I'll put it in the notes. Anyway, thank you guys. We really look forward to seeing you at Alabama Select this weekend. Happy horse shopping. Good luck. Happy bidding.